everyone, and welcome back to Online Darts. And here we go, session number 2 of the European Tour event from Rosmalen in the Netherlands. It's going to be a good session today. I can feel it. I can feel that it's going to be good. How are we all? I hope everyone is good. The Dutch Darts Championship live from Rosmalen. Good session this afternoon. Enjoyed it. But we are almost ready for this evening's action. So, Josh Rock looking to defend his title. He gets his campaign underway this evening. Van Dawson is up in the top tier of the audience this time. He was on the walkway earlier. Now he's up next to a couple of elves. So, this afternoon, James Wade takes on Dirk van Duijvenbode up first. William O'Connor takes on Big Bad Boris Krcmar. Then Ross Smith takes on Raymond van Barneveld. Peter Wright takes on Wessel Nijman. It's been an intriguing little contest. The number one, Luke Humphries, takes on the madman, the maverick that is Cameron Menzies. Stephen Bunting then takes on Nico Springer. And Josh Rock against Ricardo Pietreczko. That match is fascinating in the race for the match play. Oh yeah, look, it's a complete sellout, James. It's looking absolutely mad. Dirk's walkout is going to be nuts. Rosmalen will be bouncing. Absolutely rocking will Rosmalen be. So, Swiss Phil is on the stage. This place is about to erupt. Mr. Brzezinski is about to bring on the Ober genius that is Dirk van Duijvenbode. Strap yourselves down, everyone, because this is going to get rough. How are we doing, Walter? I am very well, thank you, mate. I hope you are good on this weekend, whatever you are up to, and everyone else watching along as well. As we get ready to rock and roll. Dirk has won the ball as well. Look at him, he looks pumped. He wants more from the crowd. He is absolutely loving it. It looks loud. It looks raucous in there. The strobe lights are going off. You name it. does look at that. I hate the song, but it looks incredible when you're just watching it on mute, knowing what the music is. But it looks just. Right, if I go, yeah, that's enough. So, Dirk is on the stage, about to be joined by the machine, James Wade. Bit of I'm Still Standing. This could walk on, I like it. Can't play in the chat today. Got to put you on the big TV while I do some chores in the house. Have a great stream. Cheers, mate. Hope you're not doing too many chores, mate. But always a pleasure to have you in. Also, thank you very much, Marcus. How are we doing? Generally, you don't understand. The Dutch music is balmy. Look, see, look. That's much more civil, isn't it? Imagine if Dirk's walk on was your intro into darts. Yeah. Oh, it makes my ears bleed. But this game's interesting. Look, if Dirk scores anywhere near his full capacity, it's going to be a tough assignment for James Wade. Because just look at the numbers. Dirk is, when he's on, arguably the biggest scorer around. How are we doing, Glenn? Good to have you in on the Euro Tour shift. 100%, mate. Come and join us. Welcome along. Good to have you in, buddy. Oh, as well, I watched a bit of the football earlier. Kevin Phillips, obviously the former Sunderland striker. Oh my word, he's had one hell of a turkey hair job, isn't he? Christ. Like long sweeping locks now. But we are ready. The crowd, just looking at the pictures, it is on fire. How are we doing? Higgy, I'm good, thank you, mate. Really good. Dirk Means Business kicks off with a 2-treble visit. What has James Wade got in reply? First transfer, Ajax to Sunderland, Jordan Hunt. Yeah, look, he was there watching, wasn't he, as well? Look, I can see that. We've even got fans with Dirk masks. Yeah, I agree, Brad. I think it makes a lot of sense. He's not happy in Holland. He only went to Holland because of the Saudi deal, so... Yeah, it makes sense for him to go back to his boyhood club. Anthony, good to have you in, my friend. How are you on this wonderful Saturday? Hope you're enjoying the start of the summer break in Texas. Random observation, but technically... oh, I like that, Teresa, I like that. I can't believe the amount of time off they have in American summer is incredible. We think 6 weeks is bad over here. Looking forward, only a month away, Anthony, only a month away till Darts hits the best city in the world. The magic of Madison Square Garden in the Big Apple, New York City. And Dirk starts with a ton top and the 112 goes. So, James Wade is up against it. Slow first leg from the machine. Cannot be giving Dirk a big head start. That would not be recommended. I'll remind you, Glenn, don't worry. I'll remind you. Evening, Daniel. Dirk is super pumped. Dirk already attacking the James Wade throw here. One 6-1 for the Ober Genius. Got 112 in the opener. Is he going to add a blockbuster? He might. He might. Oh, hello, Dirky boy. He means business, the 161. It's a 2-0 lead. Break of throw. 105 average. Dirk is flying. Hello. Magic moment from Dirk van Duijvenbode. Fabulous finish from Dirky boy. If Dirk carries on this trajectory that his season's going on, he is going to be a complete handful. Dirk just doing enough on his own throw here as well that he's keeping Wadey at bay. Thoughts on Big John Phil seems to... yeah, look, I think he's overreacted that Gareth A. Davies and Spencer Oliver are entitled to their opinion. They watch the fight. They're entitled to that opinion. And the moment you try to stop people having opinions like that... So, yeah, look, I don't agree with Big John at all on that. Oh, it sounds amazing. 3-0. Dirk cannot miss. 112, 161, 117. Let's go, Dirky boy. Dirk cannot miss at the moment. This is incredible from Van Duijvenbode. Dirk again is threatening a double break of throw. He's averaging 112 right now. How are we doing, Nathan? Good to have you in. This is just incredible from Dirk. This is just incredible. Possibly, Brad, possibly. Look, I just don't know. James Wade leaving the old 165. Dirk's finally missed. Wade's got a chance. But he's made an absolute pig's ear of it. Dirk for 5-0. Is he giving James Wade a route back into it? Maybe. One 4. Dirk will be annoyed. He missed 4 darts for 5-0. Can James Wade turn this one around? James Wade is on 167, but Dirk can be a lot lower. Cut off for the match play is the 13th. That's the Euro Tour. I would expect the draw to be Monday. Yes, the schedule out probably by Wednesday. It depends on when they're playing. If they're playing on the Saturday, they'll probably be there Friday. If they're playing on the Sunday, they'll probably get there Saturday, maybe Friday. If they're playing on the Monday, then they might not get there till Sunday. Some of them will... Oh my, Dirk. Some of them will travel on the day. Reel it in, Dirky boy. Reel it in. To be fair, now that Dirk is getting back, he is made for the big stage. If he carries on, get him in the Premier League. Look at them, look at the celebration. Uh, 100% Glenn ticks every box. Is it financially viable for someone like Wade to take part in these Euro Tours if they're getting knocked out first round? Is it financially viable? It's probably close not to being. By the time you take your tax off, your PDPA levy, your management fees. Look, I'm guessing that his management pay for his travel and whatever, but forget James Wade. Take someone, say you're doing this and you are, you're not on a management deal, you're doing this all yourself. So, without looking up, it's $12.50 for winning the first round. Is that right, off the top of my head? So by the time you take your tax off that, your flight, hotel, travel, like to and from the airport, you're not making a lot, no. How are we doing, Paul? Good to have you in, buddy. So yeah, 12.50. So if you lose in the first round, you're not getting much. By the time you take everything off, Celtic lost on penalties, but I hadn't even looked at that. Plus, if you're a seed and lose in the second round, you still don't get any. Yeah, the ranking system is still far from perfect, isn't it? And like pros and cons of turning stuff around and things like that. It's Look, don't get me wrong. If you win your first round game and obviously 2,500. You're going to make money, but yeah, the first round, if you're doing it on your own, it's very, very tight. And then plus, and then flip the coin as well. Say you are a manager of a player where you pay for flights and hotels. If you're only getting, I'm just going to use a round figure, 20%. If you get 20% from your clients, you're not making money on that first round either, so you're always going to be out of pocket. Dirk's just dropped off a little, and James got better. Dirk just needs to recompose and just find that scoring blitz once more. Dirk, I say, what would have liked another treble. The one just opens the door. That one person you do not want to give a chance to is James Wade. If you give him an inch, he will take a mile. That's superb from Dirk. The 177 to leave a ton. Should get it done here and now. He's not going to get a match start. So James Wade, have you got a skin saver? The 164, he's been hit by everything. Big finishes, big scores. Has he got one of his own? Treble 18 leaves the ball. Oh, I was going to say, it would have been so James Wade. But now, 3 clear match starts for Dirk van Duijvenbode. Only needs the one. The Ober Genius is a 6-3 winner. Oh, Brad, could you imagine? How close was Wade start at the ball? grazed the wire. It was close. Very close. But now, it's all about Dirky Boy. The look James Wade just gave Dirk was hilarious. As if to say, really? Fabulous performance though from Dirk. Big finishes, explosive scoring in front of home fans. The Ober genius is on it. That was, I tell you what, I so want Dirk to have a good run on, well, good runs on TV this year. Where is he in? Because, all right, let's see. Main order of merit. Where's my friend Dirk? So he's currently 31. This season, oh wow, so for the whole year, Dirk was defending 86.5 grand. He's already on 59.75 this year. So he's almost covered exactly. So the old tour card race, where does that put him? So he's currently on 30 on the tour card race. However, he's only, I say only as if it's nothing, he's under 100 grand away from the top 16. Now, again, that's a couple of good runs on TV. That's a quarter-final at the World Championships. So, although between, so yeah, Joe Cullen in 32 and the top 16, there's a couple of runs away. The ranking, because Luke and Luke have dominated the rankings in terms of ranking tournaments so much, the actual bunch between the rest is really bunched. Going Price potentially down in 21, Rob Cross 20, Nathan Aspinall 24, 23, Peter Wright 24, Michael Smith 25. Some big names. Martin Schindler up to 9, De Decker 8, Anderson 7, Ross Smith potentially world number 5 and climbing. There is a lot of room there, a lot of room indeed in those rankings because of the dominance of Luke and Luke in ranking tournaments. Dirk, loving life. Right, coming up after the break, William O'Connor takes on big bad Boris Krcmar. Look, William O'Connor has won the ball. Can Boris reproduce the level of performance he put in yesterday? Because that was breathtaking. Really was. But So, score predictions then. What's everyone saying? Can Boris do it again? Or is Willie going to produce? Looking forward. It's a good session today. Really is. Rosmalen. Weather looks a little bit better there than it did yesterday. Very, very stormy yesterday, but looks all right today on the old drone shots. What's everyone up to this evening as well? Anything interesting? Let us know. Building the night bus. Now that I am a huge fan of, Teresa. I can fully get behind the night bus. Them darts behind you, yours. What? Yeah, oh, so... Wait a minute, that's... We've got... Me and Gobber made some content, or making content with them. We've got both MVGs, the Evos and the Exacts. Then we've got a whole load on that one. And then... So yeah, we've been making some short form content with them. And then I've got my old faithfuls there. Surprisingly, Dirk's first 9 average dropped, but look, it was still an incredible performance. The finishing, sensational. 4 ton-plus finishes. So, Mr. Brzezinski. So here comes big bad Boris. He's on the way. O'Connor is another one I wouldn't want to argue. 100%. Good lad, Willie. Really good lad. To be fair, I remember Boris was like, my English isn't great. I was like, your English is better than my Croatian, and plus, I'm not arguing with you. So if you don't want to answer the questions, you don't have to. Look at him. I tell you, the crowd, it just looks, and obviously I haven't got the sound on, but it just sounds and feels incredible. Proper pumped up evening. So, William O'Connor has the darts. So Boris is going to have to break him, but a lot of Irish flags in the crowd today as well. Didn't realise Rosmarlin was so popular. But we are ready to get this show on the road. Game number 2 of 7 this evening. What's in your hair? I'm going to sing that all night now. Bit of Zombie. But O'Connor getting us underway. Remember, Boris was quick out the blocks yesterday against Van Veen. He's going to have to be quick out the blocks again today as well, you feel. It's good. Very, very good. Not much between them in this opener so far. Willie, again, late-ish replacement for Going Price on Friday. How we doing, Nico? Hope you are good. Boris needs another treble to get to a finish, and does, but they're both on big outs. 164 O'Connor first. Not going to go. So Boris will get a look at the 158. Neither going to go. So a bit of a cagey opening leg. Boris, by this point, was probably 2-0 up yesterday, the way he came out of the blocks. 2 at double 4 for William O'Connor. Goes round the houses. Yeah, Sunderland won. I'm not a fan of the playoff structure or system. I just think it should be straight 3 up, 3 down. Look, I know the Sunderland fans right now are like, oh, we love the playoffs and so on, but for me, I'm not a fan of the playoffs. And Boris has broken in leg 1. O'Connor missed 2 darts. And Boris stepped in. How are we doing, Darryl? Yeah, look, Dirk's 161, 170, superb. Well, look, Wrexham and Birmingham are going to have money to spend, is the thing. So O'Connor threatening the break back here. He's going to have a look. 84. He's been better this leg. 14 and ball. Treble it is. And pins double 11. I had a chicken and bacon sandwich, a bag of crisps, rock and roll me. Nico just cut Rob off. Imagine him. Oh. William O'Connor has definitely settled now. The average over the 102 mark. It's been good from him. He's playing well here. The darts are going in good. Let's be honest, a lot of us on here, not because of the darts, because I have a chat with Phil. Appreciate it, Nico. Appreciate it, mate. And it is 2-1 to the Magpie. Boris has upped his average as well, but at the moment, O'Connor just sitting around that 104 mark. It's been good. Very, very good. Yeah, James, that's the issue that I don't agree with. That they've done the hard work. They've got the points on the board. The playoffs is just a money-making exercise for me. Yeah, I think so. Look, I don't think we'll see Littler play on the Pro Tour until Wigan. But yeah, I expect to see him do some of the European tours once the Premier League's done. O'Connor just asking a few little questions here of the Boris throw, which is good. Like, he's still got an outside chance of the match play. I know in the last game of the night that Michael Smith will be a big Josh Rock fan, that's for sure. There's a lot of Irish flags in the crowd tonight. I bet that Victor, sorry, I mentioned it yesterday, who bought Sheffield United out. Yeah, I don't disagree. (3-1) O'Connor leads. He's still purring along around the ton mark. What do you think? I think personally Ross Smith beats Barney, but and it is a big but, and it shouldn't be. The crowd may play their part in this, but if it was just who do I think the better player is right now, Ross Smith. That's my opinion. (94) for William O'Connor and a 4-1 lead. Boris's average has just dropped to that 90 mark. It's just dropped some 7 or 8 points at the moment, which is not a good thing for him, because O'Connor is stacking him on a pinhead. A very good performance from O'Connor. How are we doing, Kados? Hope you are good. So, do you ever use AI? I haven't used AI, mate. I probably should, but no, not an AI geek. I like that clever bust from William O'Connor. Instead of coming back for a tricky double two, bust and go back to double four. I'm a fan. And it is 4-1. How much you get for winning the Euro Tours? 30k for winning the European Tour event. I think that's going up next year to 35. Boris needs a spark, needs an injection from somewhere, because at the moment O'Connor is having things his own way. The man from Limerick. But Boris down to a finish first here. What's O'Connor going to do? leaves a tricky 161. So Hayden, next year the total prize pool for the whole year is over £25 million. The PDC players will be playing for across the year. So, double 18. Tidy from Boris, and that had to go. Could not go 5-1 down. Here's Boris just playing himself back in to this tie. Yeah, 100%. I don't want them being nice to each other. William O'Connor needed that 140. More importantly, what colour ink have you opted for? Phil, I haven't yet. Can't make my mind up. $66 for O'Connor. Boris is just making this interesting. He's back in this. The thing is, I doodle all the time where I go, if I'm writing notes, I'll do a bit in blue, and then when I need to think, I'll red, but primarily, I'm a blue pen or blue ink. To be fair, this is the greatest. These are the greatest pens in the world. Been a good response from O'Connor here. The UK has the best sports culture on earth when it comes to everything. Look at boxing, for example. But yeah, look, it's superb. Yeah, no. If I'm just normal writing, I'm blue. But then I'm like when I'm writing notes in on a notepad or whatever, I'll paragraph it off. I change colour when I change subject, so I know that when I'm working through stuff. I haven't had that Parker pens for ages. Oh, the old inkwell's nice. William O'Connor. It's been a great response. And he is 5-3 in front. It's been a real solid performance from O'Connor. As we go into leg 9, he's averaging 99. That's very good. Very good from Willie. Yeah, I had a fountain pen at school with the little ink cartridges. Boris at the point of no return. He has to run 3 legs on the spin. Have a post. Nice, Stephen. Nice. No, I know. Look, pens are expensive things if you get a nice one. Yeah. Yes, Glenn. Absolutely. Can O'Connor get the job done here? It's looking like he might. Looking that way. It was Boris. Willie's played well, and Boris has not hit the same heights he hit yesterday. That's been the difference. How far is Willie off Blackpool? Where is he? If he wins this, he's 13.75 off. Is that too much, chat room people watching? Look, I still can't believe that William O'Connor has never played at the Winter Gardens. It would be a travesty if he never gets there. But he's got a lot of work to make up here. And there, in the blink of an eye, keeps his hopes alive. 6-3 win. It was good from Willie. It is Raymond van Barneveld next. So the pictures catch up here first. Willie was like shaking hands nice to Boris, then when Boris turned around and give it some. He's loving it, Willie O'Connor. Loads of Irish. I can't believe the amount of Irish in there. It's incredible. However, brace yourselves, everyone, because who's coming next? The Barney alarm has sounded. Now Willie's got some kind of green hat on. Oh, that's incredible from Willie O'Connor. Absolutely incredible. Swiss Phil's there waiting to interview him and he's having none of it. Well, fair play, Willie. I like that. He's done. He's done well. So, Barney or Ross Smith chat room. So, does Willie... I couldn't comment yes or no, Teresa. To be fair, I used to love the draw in the old Premier League format as well. That's what made it interesting. I'm with you there, Nico. I liked the draw element. Not this time, Darren, not this time. Was a very happy Irish interview. I bet it was. Oh. So, score predictions then, get them in. Ross Smith against Raymond van Barneveld. So, I think Ross Smith wins this one personally. I know, Glenn, this is your half an hour warning before MODUS starts. Half an hour warning. See, that's why we're here. Running a service as well for you, mate. I hope Stephen Johnston wins tonight. He's just a live wire. Big fan. So, 5 seconds till pictures return. We are ready to rock and roll. So, Willie's front 9 average of 112, that is very good. Very good indeed. How are we doing? Rick, I hope you're good. No, Luke Littler not playing. Did you see the Rob Coffin? I didn't. Harry, what's the result? Oh yeah, Ross Smith is going to get hammered. I agree. How are we doing, Kev? Good to have you in. I'm in the pub. I had to jump on and say, nice, mate, nice. Good to have you in. He has bought the club. He's the new owner. Fairs, it's all right. Phil, we just won the Champions League. Oh, what did Arsenal women win? Which, if they have, that's mad, because I watch a lot of the WSL. I really like it, which is bonkers, because Chelsea have been by far the best team in the country this year by a long way, and Barcelona absolutely battered them. And with the greatest of respect, Chelsea head and shoulders above Arsenal. Weird football, weird. Here comes Raymond, the Sea of Orange. Yeah, it's weird, because I say, the WSL, Chelsea were head and shoulders. Yeah, that's what I mean. But they walked the league, but they were by far better than anyone else in the WSL. Phil, have you watched? Not yet. I haven't, Daryl, but I will try and get around to watching some of it. I'd like Johnston to win. I haven't watched any. I've only watched bits on clips from Twitter. Oh, Ross Smith, new black shirt, interesting. I'd like Johnston to win it. Scott Taylor has pedigree. I quite like Warby to win. If it was Johnston, Taylor or Warby, I'd be happy. I like the new black version of the Ross Smith shirt. You can get behind that. I think Ross Smith wins this. Well, as long as the crowd don't ruin it. Look, right now, Ross Smith is playing better than Raymond van Barneveld. So we are underway. Ross Smith has the darts. So we are ready to rock and roll. Barney against Smudger. Come on, the girls were outstanding. The ref was brilliant. Paul, I didn't watch any of the game. If we're talking about the Women's Champions League final, I didn't watch any of it. I didn't realise Arsenal had won until Jack had just said in the chat room. I don't know when he's playing, no. .116 for Ross Smith. Barney off to a sluggish start. Tidy finish from Ross Smith. 1-0 to 116 goes. Very, very good. What does everyone think of Ross Smith's new black shirt? He's been a white shirt man a lot of his career. What does everyone think of it? Quite like it. But Barney better on throw here. I will be George and Charlie, I think, because of the Euro Tour as well. Barney looking on course to level up. Barney has missed opening the door for a potential 1-2-1 for Smudger. Bullseye! 25. Barney breathes again. It's turning into a doubling disaster for Raymond van Barneveld, but he finds the madhouse to level it up at 1-1. Barney, oh, the first start at double one was wild. I know this might be a silly question, but who has played so far? That's not a silly question at all, mate. Dirk van Duijvenbode has beaten James Wade. Brilliant performance from Dirk. And then William O'Connor has beaten Boris Krcmar. This is match number 3, mate. Ross varies between 3 sets of darts. No, 2, I think. So, yeah, the dimensions are exactly the same, Paul. It's just the colouring that he varies between different colours of the tones. But the dimensions are the same. Ross Smith back in front. Barney about 20 points off in the averages here. Is it another maximum for Smudger? It is. And he's got the Barney darts under pressure here. Barney is in trouble. He has a serious amount of work to do here. Can't leave a finish. So Ross Smith now has 6 darts to break the throw. Barney is in a world of trouble. And again, on the race for the match play, look, over the next 8 events, we're going to talk about this race to the match play an awful lot. Barney currently sits in 14th. 68,500. Will that be enough for Barney if he loses today? Missed chance for Ross Smith. Has Barney got 138 in the locker? Has he? Oh, hello. This would be a rabbit from the hat. Oh, he's come inside double 12. Almost to say, where the hell did he pull that from? He wasn't even in the leg. And it is 3-1 Smudger. It was a big win for William O'Connor. It was good. Very good. So Barney just asking a few questions back here. Ross Smith is a little bit vulnerable in this leg. $140 would be lovely from Barney. Could do with another treble. A ton still gives him a chance. He's going to get a look at this 110. And that he'd like to have been on 70 instead. But he's still going to get a chance to break back. But Ross Smith pops in a timely 140 to get him down to a 2-darter, and the 110 is not going to go from Barney. So Ross Smith, 2 darts at double 16 for a 4-1 lead. It is 4-1. Yeah, I agree. I like the new Smudger shirt. I like the new black version. Glenn, this is your 10-minute warning. I repeat, 10-minute warning. Nice one, buddy. The scenes that over the last few days, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a pretty game at the Lane tomorrow. I know he's not fit to play anyway, but it doesn't look like MODUS has been to bed yet. So, Ross Smith, again, is down to a finish first. Being inflatable peach ball at Anfield tomorrow. So look, the problem is I get Man United fans are upset, but this is 15 years of mismanagement now all coming out at once. This isn't a recent, don't get me wrong, recent things haven't helped, but this is 15 years of the club being poorly run. If Ross Smith misses here, the setup from Barney was all worth it. The 174 to leave 36, and it's given himself an opportunity. Brilliant from Barneveld. But it's only brilliant if he hits. If he misses, it's all for nothing and in vain, but he doesn't. 2-4, Ross Smith still leads. 180 for Ross Smith. Oh, I tell you, the 2 darts that Ross Smith threw at tops, they've literally smashed the tops wire down. They were that close. Remember on the Pro Tour that he won, he had 24 unanswered legs. Yeah, look, Glenn, I agree. Look, I actually think that like all I hear is Man United fans whinging and ex-players whinging about what Sir Jim is trying to do, and why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Ultimately, the football club has to run as a business first of all, and when they're losing millions of pounds a year from the business side of it, he's got to do what's right. And you hear people like Goldbridge and that moaning because the staff aren't getting free food anymore. It's like, it just irritates me. You need to get the house in order first of all. 100% they need to sell him. Do we think Chelsea will beat Forest? No, I think draw. Ross Smith is 1 away and he's in control of this contest. I'm not a fan, or I'm not a hater. Some of the things he says, I agree with. Other things, I just think he just says it for the sake of it. Like he was moaning about the wage cuts and 200 people losing their job. Look, obviously, it's not great that 200 people have lost their job, but from a business point of view for Manchester United, if those 200 people are an expense that the club doesn't need when it's running at a huge loss, he's doing the right thing by the business. Fabulous performance from Ross Smith. A 6-2 win, taking at 81, averaging 99 in the process. That will do. Very, very good from Spudger to end the Barney Hope in Rosmarlen. After the break, it is time to get the party started. Peter Wright takes on Wessel Nijman. The other line that Goldbridge uses a lot, which I can't stand, is we're Manchester United, this shouldn't be happening to us. That is the biggest line I've ever heard in my life, that just because of what you've done in the past doesn't give you a divine right now. And look, Manchester United will always be a huge club. There's no disputing that. But they need to get their house in order. Like I think I said this afternoon, that if I'm the authorities, that they forced Roman Abramovich to sell Chelsea because of what was going on between the Ukraine and Russia, that the Glazers should be either forced to sell Manchester United or at least sort the debt out, because the way they bought it with the leverage buyout isn't allowed these days. So they should either be forced to sell the club or sort the debt out. No other business would be allowed to run that way. Do you think Barney should call his career? Not yet. No, look, he's still competitive enough to to be a top player. Yeah, Rashford on 350 a week as well is ridiculous. And again, this is before Jim Radcliffe's time, but the recruitment was just scandalous. Like, don't get me wrong, Rasmus Højlund could potentially develop into a good forward, but when they bought him, was he worth £75 million? Absolutely not. Peter Wright has won the ball against Wessel. Interesting to see what equipment Peter Wright's rocking today. So, score predictions then. What are we saying, everyone? Wessel against Wright. Be interested to see what equipment Peter's using. I'm sure Lego was easier as a kid. Oh, the last Lego I remember was, again, Therese, I know I'm showing my age here. I had like a Robin Hood Lego, which was quite cool. I am a fan of the Night Bus though. Everyone knows my guilty pleasure is Harry Potter. I think Wirtz is overpriced. Yeah, that's part of the reason why City pulled out the deal, wasn't it? That it was too much money. They were like, it's not worth this money. Please have a word with Ross Smith, Camp. Here I was in the 60s. I haven't heard the interview, Paul, but I get the gist of it. So, about a minute and a half to go till we get Peter Wright against Wessel Nijman. It's interesting, last time out we saw Peter Wright using the first World Championship darts, which we haven't seen for a long time, played well. Yeah, agreed. It reminds me very much of going back a few years. Remember when Timo Werner and Kai Havertz had that incredible season in Germany, and Chelsea paid over the top for them as well? Mind you, I've got to say, the funniest thing about Liverpool winning the league is they had to pay have to pay an extra 20 million for Nunes, making him a £90 million forward. I find that funny. That was one of the add-ons. Pictures are back. We are ready to go. Wessel will walk on first. A bit of summer at 69 blaring out in Rosmarlen. Ross Smith, there's the difference straight away. His front nine average of 113.29. Barney's front nine only 88. That is well off where it needs to be. So, the number 10 seed, Peter Wright. Then after that, Luke Humphries takes on Cameron Menzies. Looking forward to that. Stephen Bunting then takes on Nico Springer. And the last game of the session, Josh Rock takes on Ricardo Pietreczko. Considering we've only had 3 games, I seem to be dragging it out a little bit tonight. We've been live for nearly an hour and 45 minutes and 3 games. Yeah. Dragging this one out a little bit tonight, trying to fill air time. Can we just get on with it, Swiss Phil? Right, Wessel on his way down. Here we go. Wessel's on the stage. A bit of air guitar action in the crowd. Yeah, you can see, Glenn, can't you, that they're padding it out and filling it and so on. It's like, come on, get on with it. We were off a little bit earlier. I can grab some food, some proper food, instead of just a chicken and bacon sandwich. Do you think Tuchel will win us the World Cup? Nope. Seen Paul Mercer saying that if a player had the opportunity to go to United or Spurs this summer, they would, mate. Champions League football to 99% of players means more than anything, mate. If you ask any foreign player coming to the Premier League, more important to them is Champions League football. Interesting. Peter Wright, no hairdo today. That's interesting. Just the flat mohawk. Oh no. First time I've seen a player walk back down the steps to come and sign something. Fair play, Peter. Fair play. Yeah, how natural. Oh, I like that, Teresa. I like that. Time to get this party started. It's Snakebite. Peter. Right. Right. So I can roll my R's better than that. And Snakey has won the ball, so he will throw first. So, score predictions then, everyone. What are we saying? Snakebite or Wessel? I don't think they would right now. Right. Hopefully we'll see what darts Peter's throwing in a minute. No, got a bit of a board adjustment. You can tell that Franz has never had to straighten the board up before. He's just bashing it one way, then the next. As well, why you... The blade board comes with a Winmore leveller as well. Kirk's always got one in his pocket so we can see if it's level or not. This is taking longer to level the board than it has the walk-ons. Oh, how we doing, Bob? Good to have you in. And we are underway. Board straightening gate. Oh, interesting. I know what dart Peter Wright's throwing because I've got a set here. Let me just double confirm. I only saw a quick glance of them. Peter Wright is throwing them. The Red Dragon Paradigm darts. He's not thrown those before. So leg one, we are underway. Nothing much between them at the moment. Peter down to 116. Yeah, 100% James. So 116 is not going to go for Snakebite. Wessel's going to get a look at the 121. Don't know, Bob. Joe's there, so I'm not sure why he hasn't got the old hair done today. But tops for a 1-0 lead for Peter Wright. And it is 1-0 on throw. Modus is on the way. Okay. Nice, Glenn, nice. A version of the silent treatment. Oh. I like that, that's funny. So Peter Wright leads 1-0. Bit of a scrappy game so far. Nothing to shout home about yet. So, Wessel looking to level this one up. 111. 19 for double 16. And he pins it 1-1. Tidy finish from Wessel Nijman. I'm just going to stand up for a bit, my legs. Getting old. Sat down for too long. Wessel, good finish. Peter not producing at the moment. I wonder if we'll get a dart swap at some point. It's the first time we've seen him use the Red Dragon Paradigm parallel dart. It's a nice dart to be fair. Like I say, I've got a set there that I throw. They are good. Wessel used the same setup for a long, long time. 180. Peter Wright throw is under some pressure here. Down to 1-2-1. Peter Wright not on a finish. This is on the snakebite darts as well. Wessel Nijman is carving a fabulous opportunity here. Leaves double 16. Peter nowhere to be seen. It could be 2-1 Nijman. It is 2-1 Wessel. Playing beautifully here. What can Peter Wright do? Are we going to get a dart swap from him perhaps? Or is he going to stick with these? Well, maybe for the game. Even if he wins this somehow, I don't think we'll see these tomorrow. They're not producing what he was hoping. But Wessel, no treble at the start of this one. Just opens the door potentially. But then Wessel fires back with a 140. Still work to do. Like most of these young, exciting, explosive players, when that first dart is above the treble, they just work off of it so well. Wessel, 101. Wessel Nijman. His finishing has been exquisite. Peter Wright is in a world of trouble here. Wessel Nijman averaging a ton. Peter Wright only 85, chat room. Right now, the fluency of Wessel. The home fans need a bit of a pick-me-up after Peter Wright losing. Is Wessel going to be the one that does that? Just asking questions here. Peter Wright, only 2 visits of 140 or more and no maximums yet. Leg 5 here, the scoring power from Peter Wright has been a long way from where you'd expect it. And Wessel is eyeing up a double break here. Brilliant. Wessel is not missing. The finishing is absolutely exquisite. He's 100%, 4 from 4 on the outer ring. Peter Wright is in a world of trouble at the moment. This is going to take some effort for him to get back in here. I can't see how Snakebite gets back into this at the moment. Wessel 140 to leave a finish. He's on the verge of going 5-1 up. Peter Wright. Not sure he's got it in him at the moment to get back into this tie. Wessel, the setup to leave double 12 is insane. It's a real complete performance this so far from Wessel Nijman. And he's not missed a double yet. He's human, he's missed 2. He's missed 3. What's going on? What's happening here? He will be back. Hadn't missed a double up until then. It was 4 from 4. Then he misses 3 in a row. Peter's now on a 2-darter. But Wessel stops that run of 3 misses. 5-1. Peter Wright's going to have to win 5 on the spin. Can the great man do it? Of course he can. Is it likely? Not what we're seeing so far. Snakebite is in a predicament. Nijman should start 19s here, 303. So, Peter Wright, comebacks have to start somewhere, but at the moment, not happening for him. Wessel Nijman, 246. I bet you Snakebite's passport photo is the same as tonight. His colour is his. Oh. So 106 for Nijman and a 6-1 victory. Treble 18 leaves double 16. Not going to go. So Peter is going to get a look at this 1-2-4. Whether he hits it or not, it's another matter, but he gets a look at it. It's not going to go. So Wessel should get 2 match darts in this visit. 48. I would imagine it will be 16 for double 16. That's his normal MO. There's the 16. Come inside. Is it a lifeline for Peter Wright? No, it is not. Wessel Nijman absolutely trounces Peter Wright 6-1. Not to be for Peter. He'll be disappointed. Only a low 80s average for Snakebite. As the Dutch fans absolutely go wild. Which one do I want? That one. Wessel absolutely loving life. And coming up next, it is the world #1. And there's a chill in the air. Cool hand. Luke Humphries is coming next. So, cool hand Luke Humphries. He has the darts against Cameron Menzies. Bob, yes he does. With Mickey Mansell, we'll be back tomorrow afternoon. So, I'm still surprised Luke Humphries is here this weekend. The other three have taken the weekend off. But look, I suppose if Luke Humphries goes on to win the European Tour event, he goes to the O2 full of confidence. So, score predictions then, everyone. Cool hand Luke Humphries against the maverick that is Cameron Menzies. The number 1 seed, Bully Boy, awaits in the last 16 for the winner of this contest. Nijman asked if he wanted to say something to the crowd in Dutch. He said no. Fetters. I don't dislike that. Fancy Humphries here. I think he'll have a little bit too much for Cameron Menzies. I think Cammy will give it a go, but I just think that Luke's quality will shine through. About 1 minute and 10 seconds to go, everyone. Anyone got any nice plans for Bank Holiday Monday? Should Luke have taken the weekend off? There is an argument, Bob, to say yes, he should have. But look, we'll only know on Thursday night whether this was the right decision or not. If he comes here to Rosmarlen and then wins on Thursday, it will be the right decision. If he doesn't, then there's questions. But yeah, the other three have taken it off. But look, if Luke plays himself into form, wins here and then goes on to win the Premier League, he'll say it was a great decision. Amazing. Yeah, bonkers, isn't it, Paul? Loads of Irish over there. realise Rosmarlin was so popular. Yeah, Peter's first 9 average, only 85. That's nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near strong enough scoring. And Wessel punishes him. So 3 games to go. Luke Humphries, Cameron Menzies coming next for you. Stephen Bunting, Nico Springer, and then Josh Rock, Ricardo Pietreczko. Big game, that one. Michael Smith will be Josh Rock's #1 fan of that. There is no question. They are definitely padding this out. Drone shots of the crowd singing and whatever. I understand you've got TV commitments to fill, but come on, boys. Come on. Dane, in the chat room you can put it on. I'm not gonna comment on it, Bob. The reason, if I've got any kind of social media, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, it's on Michael's account. But yeah, Dave, you're fine to say in the chat room, mate. Here we come, Cameron Menzies. Is he feeling it? The walk-on song. Menzies has changed his walk-on. I'm amazed that he's changed his walk-on. He was... Or if they played the wrong... Yeah, did he have that for round 1? I don't know, Glenn. Let me pop a little question in. Just ask the question. See, at least we all know this one. A bit of I predict a riot. La 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 la. It's called The Glen. It's a Scottish-made song into a dance anthem. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Teresa. Still thought it was shy. I'm impressed that you knew. I might be wrong, but that I've heard that song on TikTok quite a lot recently, I think. Luke Humphries kicks off with a 180. Oh, Luke, what are you doing to us? What are you doing to us, man? Luke Humphries is quick out the blocks. Leaves tops. He is on fire, Luke Humphries. It is 1-0 in the blink of an eye. Cameron Menzies, it's not done a lot wrong, but Luke Humphries is on fire. Cameron Menzies is responding. 180. They do, Bob, but Cammy's always used I'm Feeling It because it's a Rangers song. Been a fabulous response from Menzies. Luke leaves the big fish but may not get a go. 87. Oh, Cameron, you cheeky little sausage. Saying the world #1 and former world champion can't take out 170. You're right, he can't. But you cheeky little sausage for thinking it. To be fair, I like mind games like that. I'm a fan of shitehousery. I'm interested to see the pictures, whether he looked at what Luke had or then looked afterwards. Then it is 1-1. Don't think he even batted an eyelid. But 1-1. Good game this. Two strong holes to throw in the opening two legs. Wrong time for a bounce out. 180 would have made it interesting. He's giving it to Luke Humphries at the moment. Is Cameron Menzies. But the world number one is responding as true champions do. Remember, interesting little tussle coming up between Luke and Luke, both going after the unofficial Triple Crown. They both have the world title. Then each of them has the other one that the other one wants. Luke Littler has the Premier League, needs the match play. Luke Humphries has the match play and needs the Premier League. But cool hand Luke Humphries, this has to go. Otherwise, break opportunity incoming for Cameron Menzies. Break here. I don't know, Paul. Go on. What do they walk on to? This better be a good punchline. Again, at the moment, was this the right decision for Cool Hand? $180 for Cameron Menzies, but Humphries can get down to something lower. 161 Menzies, 121 Humphries. 161 is not going to go, so Humphries will get a break back. Opportunity. Not going to say he's going to take it, but he's going to get a look. Of course he's going to have a look. Bullseye! Oh, it's the 25. So Menzies 102 for 3-1. Doesn't go, so Humphries for a level game, 2-2. They've both had opportunities in this one in the blink of an eye. The world number one is level. Top tungsten tossing from both of these players. Right now, 2-1 Menzies on the 180 stakes. So, they're both giving it a damn good go here. Humphries blowing him away in this leg so far. And it is 3-2 to Luke Humphries. These two just gel. I like the styles. Pace is good. Remember, the O2 on Thursday, it will be Luke Littler against Godwin Price. Luke Humphries against Nathan Aspinall in the semi-finals of the Premier League. Maximum for Humphries, but it may be irrelevant because he's not on a finish still. And Menzies pops the 81 and we are 3-3. .98 Humphries, 96 Menzies. This is good. Menzies is threatening the Humphries throw here. Massively threatening it. It's down to 96. Humphries not on a finish. He will get a look next visit for a 4-3 lead. Has Luke Humphries got a ton topper to save himself? No, he hasn't. So Menzies will return. Playing well. Menzies up the average now. He's averaging 99. It's been a top tungsten tussle. And Cameron Menzies at the moment. He's coming out on top. But 180 for the world number one. One, 2-1 though for Menzies to put him on the hill. It's not going to go. So Humphries to break straight back. 85. Treble 19. He's come inside double 14. Is double 7 going to come to his rescue? It is not. So they're both scoring really well here. Cameron Menzies is a leg away from beating the world number one. And I mean this with the nicest of respects. If you're Michael Smith right now, you are cheering on Cameron Menzies. Because although Cameron is a fabulous dart player, if you're Michael Smith, you'd rather play Menzies than Humphries. Humphries looking on course to hold here, and then Menzies would throw to serve it out. Fabulous from Humphries. 1-2-1 goes, but this is the leg. He's probably going to have to find a 12. He may not be able to win. Because 180 for Menzies. Oof. They're both on 2-2-1. Scoring power from both has been incredible. Only a 60 from Cameron Menzies. Is that the slip that lets the wild number one in? Oof. Humphries is down to 128. I'd say he needed treble 20 ball. So Menzies has a chance. He's going to get a match dart at tops. One match dart has come and gone for Cameron Menzies. Humphries breaks back 5-all. He's up the average to 104, Humphries. He has balls of steel. Ice running through his veins. Cool hand Luke Humphries. But no treble at the start of this leg. Has punished the mistake from Humphries. 180. It's raining maximums. 11 legs. We've had 10 180s. Fabulous, fabulous game of darts from the pair of them here. 100. Make that 13 maximums in 11 legs. What a game. What a game of darts between Cameron Menzies and Luke Humphries. Luke Humphries comes from 5-3 down. He's up the average to a shade under 106. And the pair of them have put on 13 maximums. Take a bow, gents. And that is why he's the world number one. He has gears when he needs them. He may need them on Thursday. Is he playing himself back into some form here? Because that is special. I'm back from the toast. That is an incredible game. Oh, I tell you what, I like that from Humphries as well. We don't often get celebrations from him, but I'm fucking glad that we do. I want to see more of it. I want to see dart players celebrating when they do good things. Nico Springer, Stephen Bunting coming up next. Springer has won the ball. Look, to be fair, Menzies had a dart at tops to win it, but it was a fabulous game. Absolute fabulous game. Luke Humphries. Phil, exact score predictions for Thursday night. I really need Littler to win the Prem. Semi-final number 1 will be Luke Littler 10, Gerwin Price 8. Semi-final number 2 will be Luke Humphries 10, Nathan Aspinall 7. The final of the Premier League will be 11, 9, Luke Humphries to complete the Triple Crown. Well, that's what I'm going for anyway. So, Springer against Bunting, what are you saying? So, Springer against Bunting. Luke is an unbelievable ambassador for the sport, and I think we'll only truly appreciate how good an ambassador he is once we haven't got him anymore. And 1 minute and 40 seconds. Why, thank you, Maliki. Thank you. Yeah, no, look, Cammy played his part in an incredible game. Yeah, I'll say now, look, yeah, Gezi, it'll come to light how good Gezi is on and off the board when he's no longer involved in the sport. Because again, an absolute gent Gerwin Price is on and off the hockey. One of the best. So, Springer played lovely last night. Can he do it again? Can he do it against Stephen Bunting? 6-5 Springer. Look, I think it'll be a good game. Right, here we go. Pictures coming back. Bunting against Springer. I'm with you. Look, don't get me wrong. For the fan watching at home like us, and that's been to every Premier League, I agree. I am sick to death of titanium. But I'll tell you quickly. But finishing Humphries' first 9 average 119.70. That is world class. Going back to my point, yes, I completely agree with you that I'm fed up of it. But for the fan in the venue that laps it up, it's superb. Honestly, James, Gezi is an absolute gent. But Springer, again, why are we... I get there's time to fill for TV, I get that, but why are we watching Simon Whitlock against Daniel Larson? Are they going to show the 3 balls? Literally just filling time here. That was me hoping for an early finish, but no, they're going to run to time. They're going to keep it all there. Yeah, 100%. I think that if they put the Premier League back to just playing once a night, you could potentially talk Gary into it. We could just get on with the darts, boys, couldn't we? Come on. Don't get me wrong, Bunting's 3 balls is good. Oh yeah, money's worth, Bob, and obviously they've got in Germany and so on. It's on terrestrial or proper TV, like we watch it on a stream. But in Germany and whatever, it's on TV, so they've still got to fill that broadcast spot. Swissville is there, so here we go. Right. What else have we got in the comments? Yeah, Gezi is a class actor. I agree. 15 years ago, so Taylor Barney. I haven't feel the. I'm not sure if you've got 16 to 20 that could hack the Premier League, but I certainly think you've got more than the 8 or 9 that they believe. I think 12 is a good number that you could play one night a week. But like I've said before, there has to be jeopardy in the Premier League. The players have to fear not playing the whole tournament. Where under this format, they know they're guaranteed 16 weeks. Regardless, there has to be some kind of jeopardy to it. So for me, 12 players, 2 relegations. I'd spice it up. I'd have two relegations. I'd have relegation after X amount of weeks, and then another one after X amount of weeks. Here he is, Titanium's on his way down. Lots of energy here, yeah. Now look, for the fan in the venue, Titanium is incredible. Like I say, when you just heard it week after week after week after week after week after week, it's a little bit bleh. But hearing it once a night, or if you're only there like that, then yeah, incredible. I remember Mr. Brightside came out. I remember Mr. Brightside came out as well. Hot Fuzz, what an album. Right, here we go. Bunting, Springer. Yeah, Gezzy's always changing. He doesn't like Ice Ice Baby, but he can't think of anything better. Springer leads 1-0. Bunting not firing on all cylinders yet. Yeah, it is a quick throw from Springer. But Bunting can get down to something low here. But Nico Springer has put the pressure on this 141. He's down to 71, sorry. Bunting, the 141 is not going to go. And Springer missed the chance. Bunting punishes. Springer. Will he live to regret that missed opportunity? If Nico's nickname isn't Jerry Spain. I like that. Bunting has taken the opportunity. We said, would he regret it, Nico Springer? And maybe, just maybe, he's going to. He had the chance to lead 2-0. Didn't take it, and the experience of Stephen Bunting has stepped in. You did say at the end of the month, Phil, and we were still waiting for the man's halibut. Has it been confirmed it's at Ali Pally, Chris? No, Matt said he knows where it is. He didn't confirm Ali Pally. He said he knows where it is. Nico Springer looking to bounce back here. 140 gets him to a finish. But it's a good response from Bunting. Gets him down to 84. Springer has asked the question here. He leaves double 18. Luke Humphries 165. And that's very good from Bunting. Every time Springer has either missed or applied pressure, Bunting has taken his opportunity. Very, very good from the bullet. 3-1. Yes and no, Chris. Look, I agree with you. I think it's late. But what I will say is that, especially for the tour card holders, they're not going to have places taken away from them. So there's still the route there's always been, and there's probably going to be a couple of extra places. So because they're only going to add to it, not take away, I don't think it's as bad. Does that make sense? I still don't think it's great, but because they're changing it and adding more, things aren't being taken away from the players. Can we have a Springer alert? Oh, that's a good shout, Glenn. Leave that with me. Let's see what I can do. Which is why I think that we'll have. I still think we'll have it by the end of the month. Well, I hope so, because no one will have booked anything for December yet. So, but I still think they'll have it in plenty of time to get cheap flights and so on. Ooh, 3 weeks in North London, 21 days. Blah. Nico Springer to cut the gap to 1. And hits. Yeah, they normally announce the on-sale dates around the match play time. AI says Ali Pali. I think this will be the final year of Ali Pali, potentially. Yeah, I don't think it moves this year. I think they'll move it to 128 this year, which they're doing, and then look at logistically moving it if Ali Pali can't be used. That the perfect scenario is they manage to fix the Great Hall so it's fit for purpose and move it into there, and we can have 6,500 fans at Ali Pali. That's the best solution for me. But I'm not a businessman and don't know, can Ali Pali be fixed quick enough or whatever. So as a fan, that would be the best bit. .48 for Stephen Bunting to re-establish that two-leg cushion. Oh, and he's missed. Has he repaid the favour to Nico Springer? It's going to be one dart, probably at double 16. And he hits. We are level once more. I think they'll announce that at the same time as everything else, Bob. And I think we'll definitely get it before Madison Square Garden, because there's a World Championship spot available for that. And obviously the CDC and so on, I think there'll be extra places, well, I hope there is. So I think we'll get it soon. And Nico Springer all of a sudden is now favourite for this. It's a good game. Bunting not firing on all cylinders. Only averaging 83 at the moment, way below what we expect from Stephen Bunting. Humphries Smith will be a cracker tomorrow. I agree. Double 16 for Nico Springer when he comes back. And he will be back, Bunting way back on 221. Double 16. Last iron hand, and he's missed 3, giving Bunting a look at 161. It would be unlikely. I just looked at that, Steve. It's almost as if it's like sticking to his arm or something. It may be hot in there and it's just catching on his shoulder or something. And Springer leads again 4-3. Bunting has work to do. To be fair, 21 days at Ali Pali is going to be a long time. If it, I'd say, I think it'll be. I don't know. 100%. I don't know. If it is Ali Pali, it's going to be a long time. 21 days. Whoa. Wouldn't want to go there for 21. Yeah, that's obviously 4 extra days. It was 17. Now it's 21. 3 weeks in Ali Pali. It's been a good response here from Bunting. He was off the pace in the last leg, but he is on it here. Yeah, so at Ali Pali, we all laugh. It's obviously, I'm going off what it's been the last few years. Stephen Bunting levels it up. That's good from him. So you've got that first block of however many days it is. What was it last year? I don't know, 10 days or whatever it is. So that's the worst bit. It's the first stint of the World Championships is like 10 days of just double sessions, and you get to the last 2 days and you're just looking at the screens and nothing goes in. Then you get to go home for Christmas for a couple of days, come back, and then you only got the 27th to the 30th. That's okay. New Year's Eve off, back for New Year's Day for 3 days. So it's that first stint that is hard work. Nico Springer in complete control of this leg. It's looking good for him. It's like I want to do the entire match play like some do every year. Yeah, I love the match play. I'd like to see. I'm quite a traditionalist. I like the World Championship being in one location, but I get why people want to do it. Why do they have that round? Because the first session is always one session, and the way it breaks down is it's all even sessions, but where the first session is the world champion opens the show and so on, there's always an odd one to make up somewhere. 5-4 Springer. And of course we're going to 128 as well. That the big guns are going to play twice before Christmas now, where before, well, under the current format that it's been, they've only played once before Christmas, but now they're going to have to play twice. Don't be daft, Chris. Don't be daft. They are two very young, exciting talents. Nico Springer. Is he going to get the job done here, or is it going to a deciding leg? Needs a couple of trebles here to apply pressure. We wish. No, not in the plan, Chris. Not in the plan. I wouldn't. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, radars are. Sport radar's gone down by the look of it, so we're going to go old school. We're going to go. I'm not, for once, I'm not in front. I've got the stream pictures okay, Glenn, but the actual let's get me back up. Let's see if the stats are up on 365. No, the stats are even down on 365, Glenn, so something drastic's gone down in the venue. Springer's done okay on the Pro Tour. But we're doing it old school, just doing it off the pictures on the stream. Oh, no, it's just sprung back into life on 365. Has just sprung back into life, and so has Radar. And there was an internet glitch. Brilliant from Springer to throw, yeah. What a maximum that is from Bunting. Right on cue. But Nico Springer has held his nerve. Bunting missed at the key moment. And Nico Springer going about his business absolutely wonderfully. I tell you what, I'm loving this. We're getting celebrations all over the place tonight. Don't celebrate and then apologise. You've undone all your good work. Yeah, Chris. So yes, there was a couple of times this year just gone that we didn't get out until 2:00, which is mad. So yeah, sometimes. Even if we get out at 12:30, 1:00, by the time you go back to the hotel or whatever, there's still stuff to be done. You're never ready for the morning, so then it's up again. So I'm always at the venue for 10:30 in the morning, 10:30, 11:00. So again, but say what the rare occasion or the occasions where we are late and we leave at 2, I can never go in and go straight to sleep. So leave at 2. I normally stay about 15, 20 minutes away from Ali Pali because there's nowhere actually close. So it's get home or go back to the hotel for say 2:30. It's then 3:00 before we get to bed. Then up again at 8:30, and it's literally do that cycle for 10 days on the first stint. No, we never ever leave the venue between sessions. because session finishes, all the fans leave, then we do the media for that player, and then we then have to do the previews and so on for the evening session. So yeah, we never get to leave. If it's a slow session and overrun, it's a nightmare. Great result for Nico Springer. Right, one game to go, and that is Josh Rock against Ricardo Pietreczko. Remember, this is huge for the match play. Red TV says, well done, Springer. Yeah, oh yeah, if we get a load of if we get 4 3-2s in the afternoon session, and they're slow players, it's like, bleh. So, about 2.5 minutes till the final game. What's everyone thinking? Last game to go, Rock 6-4. Yeah, I can see that. Anyone else got any questions? What it's like working in media, like the real truth, what it's like working in media at the events? Ask them in the chat room and I'll answer them as honestly as we can. Like I say, don't get me wrong, it's great doing it, but it's not all a bed of roses sometimes like people think. Rock to win. I won a few years ago, match play first round. Yeah, that's what I mean. If the session's overrun, then it can be a nightmare. About 45 seconds-ish. Josh Rock, Ricardo Pietreczko. August last year, Bob. They're all right. They're not too bad. We've had worse. We've had worse chairs than Ali Pally. big result for Nico Springer. And they're showing him the picture celebrating. How long is it after the winning double do you get to do interviews? It depends. It depends on the player. So, if you get a lesser known player, shall we say, then we get them relatively quick because they don't have as much media to do before they come in to do it. But take a popular player. Take Littler, Van Gerwen. I'll put Barney in this for media purposes. So they'll come off stage. They might do one on stage with Sky. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Then the big players will. So they'll come off. They'll then come into the media area zone or whatever we're calling it. Last year, they then had Viaplay, Sport 1, Talk Sport, some did 5 Live, the PDC, and then into them. So sometimes they've got 5 or 6 interviews to do before they come in to do main media. No idea, Bob. Yeah, 100%. We get random. We get some of the random international players a lot quicker. Then even some of the main stars that Sport 1 and Viaplay don't want. So we get them quicker as well. But yeah, the long ones, it can be the bigger names, it can be 35, 40 minutes sometimes before we get them. Do you remember when you first started out, how many there were back then? When I first started, it wasn't Viaplay, it was RTL 7, but there was still a Dutch presence on site even when I first started. Ian, who now works for Viaplay, used to work for RTL, so they were always on site. What was funny, and I find it a little bit disrespectful, is especially last year in the Premier League, there was a couple of venues where there were a lot of random outlets there, and there were cameras all set up, and someone lost early, and they packed their stuff up and left, which I find disrespectful, because if you're there, you should be covering the night and the tournament, not just one player. And by the way, that's no reflection on the players, that's the outlets themselves. When they realised that they weren't going to get to talk to the player they packed up and left, which I find disrespectful. If we compare how much media attention there is now in the industry, night and day. The media attention the sport gets now is incredible. Do you ever get a chance to interview players that lose? Because now I can only remember. Very rare, and this is one of the arguments, and this is one of the things that we're fighting for, to speak to losers, because sometimes the loser's story is actually bigger than the winner's story. Where whoever. Barney could win, but whoever he loses to might lose their tour card or be forced to wait on another result. So speaking to them is more of an interesting story. But there's a reason we don't get to speak to losers too often. The elephant in the room. Would you say there are plenty of media outlets still just purely there to speak to Lit? 100%, Chris. 100%. Yeah, I agree, Glenn, but there should still be that. You look at every other sport in the world, losers have to do media. Even if it's a team sport, they have to send someone to face the press. So, look, I get it. It would be difficult sometimes, but I still think that option should be there. How do you interview some of the players with bad English? So sometimes we're lucky and sometimes they have a translator with them. If they haven't got a translator, then it's very difficult to interview them and we skip. Yeah, 100%, Chris. Yeah, look, and don't get me wrong, from when I started to where we are now, the sport has come on night and day. It really has. But there are still bits to improve and so on. Welcome to the party for Josh Rock. And we are ready to rock and roll. And take Liverpool for this year again. I won't name who the guy was working for, but Luke lost early. We were all sat there typing away. He looked up, and I was sat next to Jay, and he looked at Jay and I, and he was like, "Do we not get to speak to Luke now?" Then we're like, "Nah," and literally packed up his laptop and went. It would, but look, I do get some of the logic and the reason behind why they don't, because the elephant in the room. Josh, what looks like security at Butlins. Right, we are ready. Massive game for Pietreczko. Massive game for Michael Smith as well. Without him even playing. He will, I'm sure, Bully Boy will be in the hotel cheering on Josh Rock right now. Oh, Marcus, I 100% agree. It would be funny having them mic'd up. Josh Rock looking just to hold here in leg one. Leaves 129. Is it that bad, Glenn? Josh Rock 52 when he returns for the opener. So at the Worlds, for example, you know you have to come as an outlet to do, but it's rammed for, yeah, 100%, Chris, 100%. The busiest I've ever seen a press room, just slow and sharp fares. Josh Rock does take the opener. The busiest times I've ever seen the press room for media has been Luke Littler, obviously. Barney's final one when he retired the first time. And Fallon. That's the busiest I've ever seen it. Like, ridiculous for those ones. What's the crazy? I'm not going to go into the content of the craziest interview or name the player because it's not fair. But there have been interviews that we've done in press that have never made it to air, shall we say? And by the way, that's not just one player. There has been multiple times where the interview itself has never made YouTube. 180 for Pietreczko, and then backed up with another one from Rock. 180. Bullseye for a fabulous finish from Pietreczko. Close from Pikachu, but he should level it up here. Oh, but yeah, 100%. There's interviews that have never made the cut. And it is 1-1, big leg for Pietreczko, that. Josh Rock. His average has just dropped a little bit. Is there players out there who you know are box office? You know it's easy to potentially get a good interview, but there's ones that are always not. Yeah, 100%. You know that there are players that drive numbers, but can be awkward. Yeah, 100%. Again, though, I think that's the same in every sport. You look at football, that especially recently, and just been difficult to interview in press conferences, but his responses are always going to get clicks. Oh, Marcus, as soon as the draw come out, we've got like a Darts Media WhatsApp chat that there's a few of us in. And yeah, if Fallon had have beaten Ryan Meikle, that game would have broken the internet. I think it would have broken all viewing numbers and everything if that game had happened. Pietreczko has got a break chance here. This would be huge for Pietreczko. And he hits, he leads 2-1. Big moments here. He's playing better than Josh Rock at the moment. Who out of the Prem 8 only do you personally enjoy? To be fair, I actually really enjoy interviewing all 8 this year's Premier League. All 8, I enjoy interviewing. To be fair, they're all good. Oh, but Vincent is absolutely top tier. Hey, not a problem at all, mate. Glad you're in. But Josh Rock is under pressure here. This is not the Rock performance that Michael Smith wanted. I mean, with the 1-2-8 draw, she could. Look, the moment we get Luke Littler against Fallon Sherrick, it will break all kinds of numbers in terms of social numbers in the build-up, social numbers during, after, viewing figures. That's arguably the biggest game in darts because it captures so many different audiences. I'm not saying the biggest in terms of what's on the line and whatever, but in terms of eyes on the sport, I still think Fallon against Luke would be the biggest game because of the audience it draws. It will draw your hardcore darts fan. Your casuals will be all over it. You'll have the younger demographic from Luke that he's bringing in, and you'll have the women's angle from Fallon and so on. It will just put so many eyes on the sport. Josh Rock missed the dart, but he will return to break straight back. It's been a good reply from him. Double 11 can go wrong. This is not a gimme, but he pins it first one. I don't know if Pietreczko is a watcher of rankings and so on, whether he knows what's on the line. But we are back on throw, so it's advantage Rocky. To be fair, Rashard Sweeting was he was an absolute gentleman. What's the story behind Wayne? So look, I've told the PDC, if people ask, I'm going to tell it. He thinks that he thinks that I interview him differently and have basically slagged him off and criticised his career and so on, which I haven't. I've asked him like misleading questions in interviews and so on, which again I haven't. The PDC member of staff is always at every interview that we do, so they've been at every interview I've done with James Wade and never once said, Phil, that question was out of order, and so on. So look. Leaves double 8 unless Pietreczko. Look, I've done some of the interviews that I've done with James on media days. He's missed tops for a 160. What a shot that would have been. Yeah, so some of the interviews that I've done with James on media days have been so good, like incredible, that he's articulated himself really well, spoken really well, and like you say there, then the next day you've got it bang on there. Josh Rock misses 3 clear. Pietreczko has another chance to break here. This is huge. Massive dart this. And he's gone inside as well. Oh my, Rock's missed as well. This is a huge leg. This is massive for Pietreczko. Break, Pietreczko leads. Yeah, 100%, Chris. Would Bo get an inferior sponsorship ECT deal to look, I haven't got a clue what either charges gets for their sponsorship deals, so I don't know. However, do I think I think Fallon would command a little bit more in terms of look, sponsorship deals. Social media plays a huge role in sponsorship deals now for players, and you look at the social following that Fallon has, it's huge. You just look at the numbers on her accounts. So yeah, I think she would. Yeah, Gary, it was good. Gary's always good for a rant. Josh Rock is in trouble here. This is a massive result so far for Riccardo Pietreczko. Come on, Phil, interview anyone. Pietreczko, 120 to put daylight between himself and Josh Rock. Josh Rock's average down 83 here. This has not been a Rocky-like performance. At the moment, he is on the ropes. Needs another treble just to apply a bit of pressure. Finds it, but destiny is firmly in Riccardo's hands. This is big. Josh Rock needs to get back into this. Big moments. Pietreczko, 181. This would put him within 1. Tops for 5-3. Doesn't go. Lifeline for Josh Rock. Oh, hello. And Pietreczko is on the hill. What has Josh Rock got in the locker here? Josh Rock keeping his hopes alive here. No, I was just sorting out something for Mr. Clayton. What happens when you get a mid-text from a player mid-game? It's like, all right, I'll sort it for you, Johnny. But 88. Well, let's pick that name up as well. 18 for the ball. Misses the ball. Pietreczko has a chance to win it here. It's not going to happen. So Josh Rock and pins it back to within 1. Pietreczko has the darts here to win it. Why has the person whistling not been removed? The honest answer is it's down to venue security, and some of the venue security don't do enough. Like what the one in Germany recently, I think they kicked 5 or 6 people out in a session. Big last dart there from Josh Rock. Keeps him involved. But he still has to outscore Pietreczko and get his chance. Massive, massive 180. Is he carving an opportunity here? Oh, but it's a great response for Pietreczko. He's down to a finish. He's going to get a match-winning opportunity. And the setup isn't great from Josh Rock. The 180 has been cut because of the poor backup visit. Now Pietreczko leaves 50. Will he get a go? Josh Rock, how are we doing, Grace Sherman? Hope you are good. Will he get a go? Whoa. Depending on where Dart 1 was, Josh Rock will be disappointed that Dart 2 hasn't followed it. But match-winning chance for Riccardo Pietreczko. Double 16. It's a huge win. An absolute monster win for Riccardo Pietreczko. That is huge. Josh Rock will be disappointed. Michael Smith will be disappointed. The gap is still the same. He hasn't managed to close it yet. I think we'll get a reaction. It is. It's a huge celebration from Riccardo Pietreczko. He knows how... No, he's staring down the double 16. Massive win for him. Huge. The race for the match play hots up tomorrow, doesn't it? Nice, mate. I'm going to try and catch the end of it when I get home. But what a day of darting action it has been. The race for the match play continues. We will be back live at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for Cup Collection Day. So make sure you have joined us. Massively appreciate all the support. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, 12 noon for Cup Collection Day in Rosmalen.